Kids are very cruel, just by nature, and when you put a target on some student's back, it's gonna really damage them.
Garrett Gantt, a senior at Flower Mound High School, admits he struggled with his identity as he made his way through grade school.
The prior year I was hospitalized for severe depression and suicidal thoughts and tendencies, and in that following January I realized I just couldn't hide it anymore, because if I did I'd probably end up dead.
Born Jillian Marie, Gantt told his parents last January that he identified more as a boy than as a girl. Gantt says school officials have been very accepting of his transition, including letting him use the boys' restroom, an accommodation that could soon be against the law.
Well, it's nothing more than state-mandated bullying.
The fact that it is an issue is the issue. And so I think a lot of politicians are just appealing to a certain base that'll resonate with.
Gantt's parents and more than 200 other families of transgender students across the state are mobilizing to oppose a bill that would preempt local ordinances and mandate people use bathrooms in public schools, government buildings, and public universities based on their biological sex.
It's not about a transgender issue. It's not about discrimination. It's about protecting women.
Ahead of the session, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick listed as a legislative priority the need to ensure that women and girls should have privacy and safety in their restrooms, showers, and locker rooms.
Transgender people have obviously been going into the ladies' room for a long time, and there really hasn't been an issue that I know of. But if laws are passed by cities and counties or school districts that allow men to go into a bathroom because of the way they feel, we will not be able to stop sexual predators from taking advantage of that law like sexual predators take advantage of the internet.
It's spiteful and harmful legislation that is not related to a real problem.
Equality Texas leaders say the bill is born out of fear and a misunderstanding of what it means to be a transgender person. That's why the organization is focused on educating parents and lawmakers. They've also argued that Republicans have not been able to point to any evidence that sexual predators are taking advantage.
We're seeing dozens of parents now stepping forward because they truly believe that the efforts of the Lieutenant Governor are putting their children in danger.
Basically, if it's not broke, let's don't try to fix it.
Members of the business community say the economic fallout from such a law would be devastating, losing as many as 185,000 jobs and $8.5 billion in state revenue. When North Carolina passed similar legislation last year, the NCAA moved its basketball championships out of state, PayPal scrapped plans to expand operations there, and Google Ventures made clear it would refuse to invest in any local startups as long as the law was in place.
We do not need to do anything that would brand Texas as appearing to be unwelcoming for all workers.
I think it's partially about being afraid of what you don't understand.
Garrett Gantt says he's preparing to graduate in the spring and hopes to continue to serve as a mentor for kids like him who could be subject to such a law should it pass.
Well, the truth is there are no logistics to it. It's purely based on emotion, mostly fear. And I'm hoping that I can provide a somewhat logical voice, but also provide a face to let people know how exactly this affects the people they're attacking and segregating.
In Flower Mound, this is Alana Rocha reporting for the Texas Tribune.